Welcome back to Ironbacks Baseball. I'm Darren Clark, sans Jesse Seguin. Sorry to get so fresh so early, but I'm not alone. As the usual assortment of excitable PA guys, solemn official scores, foul ball siren monitors, and of course, producer Zach Sinha, who will once again be lending his sublime visual stylings to the live stream here at historic George Taylor Field. Just a few doors down from the Crispy African Market, the Cozy Grill Chinese Restaurant, and of course, Jiffy Lube. Deep in the heart of the place where dreams come true, Merritton, Ontario, as we get set for another edition of Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball, this time between the Ironbacks and the Geneva Redwings. Usually at this point, I tell you about the visiting team being embroiled in the fierce battle for first place in the West Division, but this Saturday afternoon's contest shockingly doesn't involve Batavia or Jamestown or Niagara Falls, but rather the other team keeping it real outside the hustle and bustle of the top of the West Division. Yes, from the Lake Trout capital of the world, home of the Cruisin' Night Classic Car Show in mid-July, the Geneva Redwings. At 7-22, Geneva's hanging out with 4-27 Ironbacks in the southern regions of the West, where the success of the top shelf teams, Tarp Skunks, Muck Dogs, Americans, and Doubledays, had to come at somebody's expense, and both these teams have been the Washington Generals to their Harlem Globetrotters. The only thing missing being Curly Neal and a bucket of confetti. But here's some guaranteed things for every Ironback game. The sun is warm, the beer is cold, and the top shelf baseball of the Perfect Game League is always fun to watch. We got a brand new starter here today for the Ironbacks. It's Cole Smith of the University of Mary. 6'3", from Linden, Ontario. I'm going to see a little sidearm action here. There you go. Missing low and away. Both teams lost last night. Ironbacks lost 7-1 to Jamestown. Darn Tarp Skunks. Ball's lifted into center field. Ball's taken in easily. Matt Evans. It's 1-out. Red Wings, meanwhile, lost 21-9 to a team they've seen a lot of lately, the Niagara Falls Americans. The Red Wings walked 14 batters last night as the strike zone deserted them, perhaps choosing instead to go down to the Geneva Family Summer YMCA Fest and check out the Bob Greco Band. Obviously, they're looking for a little better result here in Merritt. Michael Sardo comes to the plate. Strike one for Cole Smith. Both teams have kind of struggled with pitching. Geneva actually has the worst ERA in the league at 9.26. A lot of that came really early, in fairness to them. Niagara's is 7.53. So they may see some offensive action here tonight. Just missing low. Cole Smith, bring his sidearm back. We'll see a lot of that these days. Dylan Briggs at the plate is a center fielder for the Red Wings. Today wearing blue. Briggs from Middletown, New Jersey, goes to Montclair State University. Criminal justice major. What do you know? A little curveball just glides wide of the plate. Briggs ahead in the count. Oh, excuse me. This is Sardo. Jumped ahead there. He's from Rochester, New York. Takes a walk, and you've all been introduced to Dylan Briggs. Here he comes. Red Wings very aggressive on the base paths. 64-27 coming in today in terms of stolen bases. That's 7 last night in that 21-9 game. Pretty aggressive lead there for Sardo. I feel like it's probably Sardu if I had to put my money on him. 1-0 on Briggs. Ah, it's a strike. Nice pitch there. See how facing kind of a unique delivery will impact the Red Wings. Yeah, really aggressive lead by Sardu. Just a little bit inside. Sardu right on top of the plate, so doesn't really have to be that far inside for him to have to move off of it. 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Sardu for Monroe Community College. 39 games played. He batted .349. No home runs, 8 stolen bases. Brock Granger behind the plate today for the Ironbacks. He may be busy. It's a really active running game. Oh, little curveball. Briggs fought off to stay alive. 2-2 still. It's a hot one here at George Taylor Field, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Fouled straight back again. Cole Smith having trouble putting him away. Richard Griffin, not just a manager, he's very hands-on, now taking some ball boy duties. Good for him. It looks like he's going. There he goes. That's a K and a stolen base for Sardu. No chance for Brock Granger there behind the plate with a pitch in the dirt. So we got 2 out. Runner on second base. Up comes Aiken Santana from Orlando, Florida. Played for Embry-Riddle University. He's played 17 games. He had 47 at bats. Hit .234. Ooh, just missing inside there is Cole Smith. Santana batting .337 this summer here for Geneva. Great way to start off the inning there for Cole Smith, as Zach Banks is one of the better hitters in the league. So getting him out of the way with was it's a good way to start the game. 2-0 though now on Santana. Red Wings don't have a lot of power. They've only hit 1 home run this season. There you go, strike one, right down the middle of the fastball. Balls down to third base. Carter Shin, easy toss to first base. Andrew Bishop takes it in. So scoreless first for Geneva. We go to the bottom of the first for the Ironbacks. Welcome back to George Taylor Field. Ironbacks, bottom of the first, score 0-0. Matt Evans, the newer Ironback here out of Cloud Community College. And as you can tell by the Stomp and Tom plan, he's from Tillsonburg, Ontario. Tobacco country. Hasn't played a whole lot, just a couple games here with the Ironbacks. And they're going to be facing Elijah Benton, who you may remember from the first time we played the Red Wings here at George Taylor Field. He actually got the win. It was an adventurous win. He's actually has an ERA of 6 balls fouled down the third baseline, and that's caught by the left fielder, Jack Turner, for the first out. Yeah, Benton last time here got the win, his only win of the season. He's only pitched 14 innings. He's walked 16, struck out 5. His ERA is 7.71. The pitches really, yeah, it was a diverse collection of pitches, from good to not so aesthetically appealing. There's an example of one of the not so aesthetically appealing pitches as it finds the backstop. He found the backstop quite a bit in the first game, but again, got himself righted. And if I recall, I believe the first couple innings were where he had most of his problems. There's an on skied into right field. F9. That's 2 out, 2 quick outs. He flies out to right fielder Braden Freeman. So Elijah Benton,
Right fielder, number 25, Alex Key.
getting some help from the hitters, who are obviously feeling pretty aggressive here today. Alex Keenan's playing right field, batting .292, slugging at .365. Made the All-Star team. Strike one, swings over top of that pitch. Again, not really in the strike zone. I wonder if they're just feeling a little overeager against Benton, but again, things that are easy for a guy to say from the press box. Keenan hangs in there really well against lefties, so not a surprise to see him in the lineup here in a 3 spot. That pitch was called a strike. I think Keene was probably not a big fan of that call. 0-2. Benton just cruising so far. It's low and away. 1-2. Ooh, ouch. That is a hit by pitch, but that was a pretty genteel curveball, so I'm pretty sure Alex Keene's going to be okay. That was not traveling all that fast. Wouldn't get pulled over if it was traveling down the highway, I'll tell you that. So it's 2 out. Alex Keene on first base. I promised you a bit of an adventure with Elijah Benton. An adventure we're starting to have. Andrew Bishop comes up to the plate now. It's wide from Benton. I'm curious. I'll bet you if they went up to the plate and absolutely did not swing, we might have 3 guys on base right now. But, I mean, of course, that's a ridiculous idea, but you get the point. There's ball 2. Bishop hit a home run last week. Starting to tap into that power. He's been showing us a lot of different looks here. Second base, stealing some bases. He's played defense second base, Keene and Bishop very aggressive on the base pass. Right up the middle, off the hands, through the shortstop. Keene's going to go to third. That is an error on the shortstop.
Now batting,
To the Ironbacks' advantage. That was right in on the hands of Andrew Bishop. But shortstop, goodness. those moments in your life when you realize that you can't read your own handwriting. It's definitely Casey, I'll tell you that. Casey Burkhoff. Casey Burkhoff with the error. Marcus Butts, the extra hitter today, just ripped one down the left field line, as is his tendency. Marcus Butts and the left field line here at George Taylor Park are very well acquainted. This time the left fielder obviously taking a few more steps towards that line. That one low gets away from the catcher. There goes Bishop, taking advantage of that pass ball to get to second base. We got runners at second and third, 2 out. Marcus Butts at the plate with an opportunity to score a couple runs. Butts been one of the better Ironbacks hitters from Bismarck, North Dakota. One of our many friends from Bismarck, North Dakota. One and one the count. Oh, off the end of the bat. That's going to get out of play. There you go. There's a foul ball siren. Always worth the wait. 1 and 2 on Butts. That's the thing about Benton last time. He was all over the map, a lot of walks and everything, but they had trouble laying the bat on him real solidly. Even, Bishop's hit wasn't much of a hit. Off the end of the bat again, well out of play. Butts hanging in there. He's got a huge gap there in right center. If he could take advantage of that. I don't really think I've seen him go that way at all, but we'll see with 2 strikes if maybe he doesn't change his approach a bit. It's outside. 2 and 2. Brock Granger on deck. That ball is ripped into left field, back to the fence. That ball is gone. Oh my goodness. Another dream comes true in Merritton, Ontario, as Marcus Butts rips one over the left field fence. Rolling towards good old little wading pool out there in left field. That was a rip. Good for Marcus Butts. 3-run shot. The Ironbacks are on the board. Good for Marcus Butts.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Brock Granger.
He joins the select home run club for the Ironbacks, along with Gatons, Bishop, and Granger, who's at the plate right now. Slowing away. It's funny, we're just talking about the fact that Ironbacks hadn't really got a lot of bat on Elijah Benton the first time out, but Butts definitely changed that in a heartbeat. Low and away again from Benton. And but as a cautionary tale, I'll remind you that last time Benton pitched, they had him on the ropes early too, and he hung around for quite a long time. I believe he went 5 or 6. Ooh, that's high. 3-0. Grayson Briggs on deck. A lot of lefties in the lineup here against Benton. But that's the thing about the Ironbacks. Lefties tend to be okay. Lefty. Don't seem overmatched at all. See if he's got the green light here on Benton. That's strike. 3-1 is the count. It's nice to give the home fans something to cheer about here and early in the game. And that's a walk to Brock Granger. And hot day is definitely getting hotter for Elijah Benton as he's really struggled. And in fairness to him, a really easy ground ball. Mishandled there at short, unfortunately extended this inning. So these are all unearned runs, really. Grayson Briggs comes to the plate. See how Grayson does against Elijah Benton. Grayson really hasn't fully tapped into his possibilities there. Granger, the least likely Ironback to steal, in my humble opinion, watching these games. He's usually pretty chill on the base pass. Briggs fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Ball well over the catcher, and once again the backstop gets involved in today's game. Elijah Benton and the backstop. It's a relationship. 1-1. Granger on second with that wild pitch. Oh, wow. That pitch kind of shoulder high. Briggs swinging underneath it. It's 1-2. Benton 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Oh, goodness. That's a little unintentional chin music. Evens up the count at 2-2. That's strike 3. But the Ironbacks score 3 on a Marcus Butts 3-run shot. It's 3-0 Ironbacks after 1.
Be sure to purchase your 50-50 tickets.
We're back at George Taylor Field. Jaden Madrid at the plate for Geneva Redwings, who find themselves down 3 coming into the second, facing Cole Smith, who had a nice clean first inning except for a walk. Oh, and that was a tough way to start things off, as opposed to Alex Keene's hit by pitch, which looked like that didn't hurt at all. That one looked like it hurt to Jaden Madrid. Richard Griffin out to talk to the umpire. I think he's asking if he committed to swing, but I didn't see that myself. So the umpire is going to get together and chat about it. I don't know. Either he's saying it hit his bat, or it really felt like that sounded like it hit flesh. That was the unappealing sound of a baseball hitting flesh. To me, stays on first. Richard Griffin stays by the first baseline. Unimpressed with that, I guess. I'm not sure. But Brock Reederman comes to plate. There's nobody out. Runner on first with that hit by pitch. Tough way to start this inning for Cole Smith, particularly staked to a 3-run lead. Madrid has stolen a few bases this year. 7 for 9. Reederman, meanwhile, hasn't played a ton. 40 at bats. He's batting 125, so he struggled to date. Will Smith misses down and away. That makes it 2-0. Struggling to find it here early in the second. It's got a classic side armor setup. Almost like a praying mantis sort of thing where you can see him get ready to dive down. 3-0. 3-0. Tough start. Madrid was batting 208. You got Reederman here batting 125, and so far not a strike to be seen. Just catches corner, make that 3-1. Outfield playing straight up for Reederman. Ground ball to Kakeru Tsukamoto to short to first. Double play. Tsukamoto to Del Vecchio. That's a double play, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this Ironbacks defense. Well done by Tsukamoto. You could see initially kind of caught in between hops there, but as per usual, the man played it cool, stuck with it. Easy toss to Del Vecchio. The throw back to Bishop. Bob's your uncle. That's a double play. Braden Freeman comes up to the plate now. Freeman playing right field today. Strike one. Freeman well behind on that one. Freeman from Jackson State University. He's out of Terry, Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, P-P-I, Mississippi. Strike two. Anytime I can get a Mel's Diner, Alice reference into the broadcast, I'll do that. Thank you, John, for the Kiss My Grits reference. Somebody knows, somebody understands. Strike three. No. That's a surprise. Everybody was headed off the field, including, I think, even Braden Freeman. A little shocked that that wasn't a strike, but you know, things happen. See if Cole Smith can get it back together from that letdown there. So he steps back to the mound, kicks the dirt around a little bit. It's 2-2. Freeman way behind the fastball. See what he comes with here. There you go. Strike three. Through 1.5, it's 3-0 Ironbacks. Thank you, Zach.
Fans, don't miss your chance to visit the beer stand and enjoy an ice-cold Ironback lunch.
Welcome back to George Taylor Field. It's Chase Hubble from Welland, Ontario. Goes to school in Bismarck, North Dakota. As a relationship, the Ironbacks and Bismarck, North Dakota runs pretty deep, runs both ways, with some players from around here playing in North Dakota and some folks from North Dakota playing here in Niagara. Ball one to Chase Hubble. Steady Chase Hubble playing left field today. He's been excellent wherever they put him in the outfield. Just misses. A little more oomph on that pitch from Elijah Benton, but he's behind 2-0. Feels like he's kind of honing in on the strike zone a little bit. We'll see if he continues that trend. Oh, that was a deviation from the trend. It's 3-0. That's not even close. So that's a walk on 4 pitches to Chase Hubble, as the walk issue is rearing its head here early for the Red Wings, who had a lot of problems with it last night, all season long, really. Kevin Delvecchio is up now. He's only played 1 game, another new to the Ironbacks player, playing short. He's played really good at short. You saw him turn that double play there last inning with good old Kakeru Tsukamoto. It's a double play combination at the bottom of the order here. Ball 1 to Delvecchio. And again, I mean, on a real hot day, when you can't find it, that makes that real hot day just a wee bit hotter. 1-0 on Delvecchio. That's 2-0. That's 6 straight balls start the inning for Elijah Benton. Merritt Organist really giving her here, feeling like this could be another big opportunity for the Ironbacks. That is just on the outside corner. Two and 1 count. Hubble always aggressive on the base pass. Let's see what he does here. That's fouled back by Delvecchio. 2-2. Benton fighting back in this at bat after 6 straight balls. 2 strikes. That one might have been a little bit high that Delvecchio went after, but not by much. 2-2 the count. 3-2 the count. It was funny, last thing I said, I thought if they went up to the plate and did not swing, they would all have been getting walks, or pretty good likelihood. But you don't hit 3-run home runs that way. So, and it's just not that much darn fun, is it? There goes Hubble, and that's a walk. Benton finds himself right in the thick of it. 2 batters in, and here comes Kakeru Tsukamoto playing second base. You can see him doing his elaborate drawings in the sand by the batter's box. We'll see what he do. I mean, we've seen Tsukamoto's bunted a lot. We'll see what he does. You can see the third baseman, obviously, you know, Aiken Santana is aware of that. He's playing even with the bag. With the pitcher who's really struggling to find it, we'll see what they do. Ball 1. You know, I really question whether a bunt would be a thing you'd need to do here. So it's 1-0 to Tsukamoto. See if he squares around again. First baseman way in. Fouls off that bunt down the third baseline. Third baseman is still even with the bag. Santana, Sardu, meanwhile on first base is really aggressively charging. And 1-1 is the count. There's a good little bunt. Oh, man. Throw by Benton. I think he's safe. He is. That is a bunt single for Kakuru Tsukamoto. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. Matt Evans, who oozes possibilities and has kind of comes to the plate with that kind of easy swagger you usually associate with guys who can really do something. So far, hasn't really done something at the plate. It's early though. We're gonna get with the meeting on the mound, we get a little bit longer of a rendition of Stomp Tom Connor's Tilsonburg. And how can you not be happy when you listen to good old Stomp Tom Connors, who is always a favorite here in Merritton, Ontario. The old Union Hall on Bunting Road, always packed to the gills when Stompin' Tom would head down this way on his tour. Bases loaded. A member of the Canadian junior team, Matt Evans at the plate. He flied out to the left last time. It was more kind of a pop out. See what goes on here. I got first baseman playing on the grass, which is interesting because if I'm looking at Matt Evans, I'm thinking that's not a thing I want to do. But that's me. Sardu also in on the grass. I don't know what the thought line is there. It's ball one. Nothing about Evans says bunt. Not a single thing in his body language says that. I think he's absolutely taking his hacks. That's ball two. Benton, again, it's no longer 93 degrees Fahrenheit on the field. It's quite a bit hotter than that. Benton trying to find some relief here. Oh, you see Evans wants to take his hacks. It's 2-1. That ball was up around his shoulders. 2-1. I mean, he's eager to hit the ball. And who could blame a guy? He came out here to play baseball. That's ball three, 3-1. And I said, I remember commenting on Benton's body language last game, and then he all of a sudden put everything together. But it's 3-1 here. The body language doesn't look good. Matt Evans Jones in the put a charge into a ball, see if he gets one to hit. He does not. That is a walk that scores a run. And after last night's struggles, the Red Wings are right back at it with a lot of walks, really chopping down their best intentions. So it's 4-0. There's nobody out. The bases are loaded. Carter Shin, Player of the Week last week in the Perfect Game Collegiate League, the first Ironback to get that honor. Strike one. Carter Shin always eager to swing that bat. So he's probably rooting for him to throw strikes as much as anybody here, as much as Elijah Benton. So we'll see the battle goes. Again, first baseman playing well in. I do not understand this. And there you go. Right past the third baseman. That's going to score 1, 2. Runner holds up a third. That's a 2-run double from Carter Shin. I don't think it mattered where the third baseman was playing, but he might have had a chance had he been playing normal depth. And we got the Player of the Week at the plate. I don't get why you're playing on the grass and the bases loaded. I guess looking for a squeeze play. Weird. But nonetheless, it is now 6-0 Ironbacks. There's still nobody out. Alex Keen's at the plate. He was hit by a rather gentle curveball the last time he was at the plate, so I'm sure he's fine. Alex Keen, the first All-Star for the Ironbacks. Ball's off the end of that. Could be trouble down the third base line. Just a little foul. Strike one. Elijah Benton ahead, the batter. Andrew Bishop goes to pick up the bat for Alex Keen. Look at that. What a nice gesture. As I mentioned, The two are obviously close, aside from the being big lefty hitters. Similarly, like to steal bases. Oh, and 1 on Alice Keene. Why the third baseman is standing on the grasses, I don't know. Off the hands, Benton. In unfamiliar territory this inning as he's well ahead of Keene, 0-2. Just playing Keene straight up, which makes sense given the at-bat thus far. Oh, just another curveball. He got a little closer to the strike zone with that one, but not quite in it. One and two. 2-2. Counts even. See, again, there's still nobody out. Bishop and Butts are the next two hitters. Ball 3. And you know who's not having any fun right now? The catcher. Like, we want to talk about body language. He looks entirely, Zane Barron does not look impressed by the struggles that Benton is having with the strike zone. If you're looking for some love, if you're a pitcher, it doesn't look like your catcher's really giving it to you right now, but could be misinterpreting that. Strike 3. There you go. Elijah Benton gets a much-needed out here in the second, and that brings Andrew Bishop to the plate.
First baseman, number 10, Andrew Bishop.
He's really changed up his walk-up music. He had been Carry On My Wayward Son. This is a very different tune. Oh, rip. That one fouled on the right field line. The foul ball siren didn't even have a chance on that one. That was just too quick. 0-1. That ball, there was really not much more he could do other than smoke that one where he did. Strike. No. Benton looking a little perturbed by that call, and he might have a bit of a point. It's 1-1. Runners at second, third. 1 out. 1-1. Oh, goodness. Again, another gentle hit by pitch, which means the bases are loaded for Marcus Butts, who hit a 3-run home run his last time up, and that'll bring a visit to the mound, and I believe we're going to see a new pitcher, which, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Tough game for Elijah Benton. Just couldn't find the zone. The first inning could have been a lot better inning for him without the error by Burcroft. That's a short day for him. So he leaves after 1 1/3. He only gave up 3 earned runs this inning. The 3 in the first were unearned. But I want to come back. But we'll be right back after the pitching change. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher. Go back to George Taylor Field. There's a new pitcher in the game. It is Preston Leach. He's from Port Orange, Florida. He actually plays for Trinity College, Jacksonville. He comes in, runners on second and third, 1 out. Again, still bafflingly, the corner infielders are on the inside. I guess trying to get the guy at home. Butts hit a 3-run shot his last time up. Left fielder remembers that. He's almost within reaching distance of the left field fence there. 1-0 to Butts. Nice pitch. 1-1. Bishop on first. Shin on second. Matt Evans on third. So they're going to try to cut down that run at home. So forgot about the runner on first. Butts fouls that off. He's behind 1-2. He was behind at his last at bat too. So see if that's a sign. It's high, 2-2. It's strike 3. Strike 3 on Marcus Butts. So Leach comes in and immediately takes care of a real tough hitter. It's a change of pace for the Red Wings, who haven't had a whole lot of that happening. So there's 2 out. Bases are loaded. Brock Granger comes to play. He walked his last time up. I don't know if I've ever seen Brock Granger with his uniform white. It gets dirty pretty darn quick. I mean, he's playing catcher, which is sort of what happens in that position. Another reason why playing catcher is no fun. Oh, that one's hit up in the air. It's called dead ball or something. I find that interesting. Strike 1, either way. Granger getting over top of that delivery. A right fielder's playing real shallow for Brock Granger, who's been known to put a charge in one in the right field. So that ball is low. 1-1. Runners will be off with the crack of the bat. Oh, strike 2. I got Preston Leach. Big change to the tenor of this game. He's ahead quickly on Granger. That is strike 3 indeed. 2 strikeouts, but it's 6-0 Ironbacks through 2.
This inning is brought to you.
Welcome back to George Taylor Field. It's 6-0 Ironbacks heading to the top of the third here. Jack Turner leading it off the left fielder for the Red Wings. Stole 3 bases last night in their 21-9 loss to the Americans, who we've seen a ton of here. So it'd probably be a good idea to keep him off base. And as I say that, he gets hit in the back of the leg, which is pretty much exactly how last inning started. Turner nonetheless shakes it off, sprints down to first base.
Now batting, shortstop number 32, Casey Burcroft.
And that brings Casey Burcroft to the plate. Strike one from Cole Smith. Burcroft attends Herkimer College. Plays for the Generals there. He's from Waterloo, New York. Only played in 5 games this year. Big lead there at first base. Oof! That was tight there at first base. Nice throw over by Cole Smith. Doesn't seem to really rattle Turner too much as he goes right back to an aggressive lead. Ooh. It's a ball low in the dirt. Makes it count 1-1. 2 hit batters for both teams today. There goes the runner. That ball slicing into left field. That's going to be lots of trouble. That's going to be tracked down by Hubble. That'll score Turner easily, and that's a double for Casey Burcroft. Double and an RBI. Those hit batters. And it's still early in the game, so that chops into the lead. It's now 6-1 Ironbacks. Zane Barron, the catcher, coming up. He's had a long day behind the plate, chasing pitches to the backstop. The arrival of Preston Leach seemed to bring some joy into his life today, though. They've got nobody out, a runner on second. Ball 1. There's one thing we know about perfect game collegiate leagues. They're never over until they're over, so 6 runs ain't that much. That ball's grounded to short, handled by Del Vecchio, tossed to first. That's the first out of the inning. That moves up Burcroft, however. So we got a runner on third, 1 out. We'll see how the infield adjusts. We have Zach Banks, who really, last time he was here for that doubleheader, was the star of the show. And again, coming in today, batting .371, 6 doubles, 2 triples, a home run. Stole 15 bases. He's all that and then some. Smith misses well outside. Ball 1. Oh, that ball gets away. Burcroft started for home, then thought better of it, stumbled a little bit, but Granger elected to just safely hold on to the ball. 2-0. Ball in on the hands of Banks. 2-1. Oh, that throw from Granger back to the mound was more interesting than throws back to the mound should be. But Cole Smith corralled it. It's 2-1 to Banks. Banks right on top of the plate. See if he works him inside again. Oh, strike 2. 2-2 on Banks, who really pulled his head off of that pitch. It's a big at bat here. Again, kind of had Banks twisted up, but it's still 2-2. Banks steps back in. He's looking to get the runner home at least. Tsukamoto playing a step on the outfield grass there, really piling on to pull. Full count. Just missing off the plate there. It's a fair call. Looked like Cole Smith maybe wanted that one a little bit, but that's a walk. And I don't imagine Banks will be on first for long. So there's runners on first and third. One out. Up comes Michael Sardu. Sardu batting .323 this season. He hasn't played a ton. 18 games, 10 starts, 5 doubles. .323 as I mentioned. .484 slugging. So on base 500. That's not bad. I don't care how small the sample size is. So runners on first and third, and like I said, I doubt Banks will be on first base for very long. There he goes. They do not throw down to second. Stolen base for Banks. So you got 2 runners in scoring position, threatening to have the lead the Ironbacks came into the inning with at 6, down to 3. We'll see how Smith does with Michael Sardu. Sardu right on top of the plate as well. Oh, it's low and away. Infield playing back, so they're going to concede that run on a grounder. Ball fouled off. It's 1-2 to Sardu. Really modest leads for the base runners. There, a little curveball, and that's all kinds of trouble into the right field. That's going to score at least one, and Banks has a ton of speed. He's going to come home. Decent throw by Keene, but that's a single scoring 2. And suddenly it's 6-3. As those first 2 easy innings for Cole Smith are now just a distant memory. So he faces Dylan Briggs. They pick off the runner. What a break. A well-earned break, though. That was a nice throw over from Cole Smith. 2 out. Teach me to look down at my score sheet. 2 out now. Base is clean. Dylan Briggs at the plate. He struck out the last time he was up. He's about at .250 coming into this game. Oh, that curveball. Started out in the strike zone and then rolled way outside. Great pitch. A lot of late break on that. This fell right off the table. Another one. Strike 2. That pitch has got him mesmerized up there. See what he does with this 0-2 count. A couple breaking balls to start him out. A couple really good breaking balls, to be specific. See what he does here. Tried to speed it up. Missed low. 1-2. Right idea. Maybe a little off on the location. Just not enough to tempt Briggs. 1-2 is the count. See where he goes back to that curveball. There he does. But Red Wings is 6-3 through 2.5 here at George Taylor Fields. means in Roman numerals is Red Wings curiously have two gentlemen on their team, Michael Bokas and Smitty Washington, who are both 1V, which I guess is a sixth, that's quite the epic kind of family role they got going on there. Preston Leach nonetheless is back on the mound. He misses with ball one to Grayson Briggs. We got a couple Briggs going. We got Dylan Briggs for Red Wings and our guy, Grayson Briggs. It's now 1-1 the count here. Briggs struck out in his last at bat versus Elijah Benton. He's facing a righty here. Preston Leach's look real sharp. Struck out both batteries' face so far. Really got them out of a mess last inning. It's now 2-1. Overhand curveball looks real good in the warm-ups. But as we've seen a lot, game action sometimes alters the performance of some pitches. So 2-1. Misses high. He's around the zone. He's going to take a second, regroup, pick up the rag, step back on the rubber. Pitch. Full count. Leach versus Briggs. Chase Hubble on deck. Misses low inside. Briggs to start things off. Chase Hubble comes late. Last at bat. Hubble batting .213 coming into today. Squares around. He takes that pitch. I believe that was ball one. Just missed. I mean, it's quite the change from Benton to Leach. Leach just looks way sharper out there on the mound, despite the walk to lead things off. Briggs with a modest lead. Just misses again at the top of the zone. 2-0 to Hubble. Santana just on the lip of the grass here. So I don't know how seriously he took that bunt attempt. Ow, Hubble gets underneath that one. That's hit 100 miles in the air to left field. Turner with the easy grab. One's gone. Kevin Delvecchio, his last at bat. Kevin, shortstop, and I tripped up there. About what a great hammock day today it would be. Just lying in a hammock in the shade, cool, sweating, drinking, not thinking about too darn much. 0-1 is the count here to Delvecchio. Hits that one to center high in the air, but they're tracking back. That's 2 out. As Dylan Briggs didn't have to move too far to corral that fly ball. And now stepping to the plate. Wait, needs some art, and then he'll step to the plate. That is just the most elaborate sand drawing he has going on there. Kakeru Tsukamoto, one of our favorites. Bunt single last at bat. Takes that pitch down in zone. Leach has been making him swing the bat here and having lots of success. Throws over to first. Yeah, so what it looked after 2 innings like it might be a runaway for the Ironbacks has very quickly become a much tighter contest. And Preston Leach looks like he's going to, the Red Wings, be real tight in this game. Briggs again, doesn't look like he's going anyplace. Counts 1-1. Tsukamoto. That ball is hit down the line, just fair. That's going to be all really slow going around the bases. That is a double for Briggs is hobbled by something, but he was moving like he's running in quicksand coming around between second and third. So we got runners on second and third. Matt Evans, who walked last time despite looking like he really wanted to swing the bat. And I think Preston Leach is going to give him just that opportunity. Nice rip by Tsukamoto. Great day so far. Single double from Tsukamoto. Really thought that would score breaks, but I have to think there was something up with his legs. Evans hits a high grounder to second base, easily handled. Out 3 for the Ironbacks through 3.
Brought to you by Travis Cairns, your local Desjardins insurance agent. Whether it's home, auto, or business coverage, Travis is dedicated to providing personalized service and reliable for our community. Call Travis today and experience insurance made simple and local.
Jack Thiessen? It's Jack Thiessen.
There's no 16 on this.
I think it's Jack Thiessen.
Oh, there it is. He already told us.
Yep, he did.
New pitcher for your Niagara.
Was unsure of that call, but I would, I'll second the motion of the umpire. I feel like he was right there. 1-1. That's oof. He's inquiring about where that pitch is located. It's early for that sort of thing, but it's 2-1. That one did look like a strike, I will say. Oh, he's I don't know if you want to live and die over every pitch this quick into your outing, but it's 3-1. But I hear him. That one was close as well. Santana doesn't seem prone to taking the bat off his shoulder here. He takes a walk. Granger going to take a little walk out, chat with his pitcher. Maybe just shake that sort of thing off and just focus on pitching.
The second baseman, number 8, Jaden Madrid.
Madrid, the last time we saw him, got hit by. Again, that looked like no fun at all. Seemed to catch him on the right forearm, inside of it. Santana with a modest lead. That's strike one. There you go. Thiessen right back at it. He's a business communication major, but good old Brock University on top of the hill. Oh, nice little bunt there. Thiessen fields it, throw to first, throws it away. That's a shame. That's going to be an error on the pitcher. You could probably make an argument it could have been an error perhaps on Bishop for just not getting it. I don't know. But that puts runners in second and third here right away. what had looked like a walk in the park for the Ironbacks has slowly become a walk in the park very late at night in a dangerous neighborhood. So it is 6-3. Runners on second and third. 1-0. Thiessen continues to question the calls a bit. To what end, I'm not sure, but it's 1-0. It's up high, 2-0. Granger a couple steps in front of the plate, trying to pass some good vibes. Just needed to be a few feet closer, perhaps. So 2-0. Raider a minute to play. Batting 125 coming into today. It just catches the inside corner. It's 2-1. Bishop right on the lip of the grass there at first base, so they're thinking about maybe going home on a hot one. Carter Shin also on the lip of the grass at third base. Middle infielders are conceding. Oh, no, that was a little inside. He's not missing by much, but that absolutely did miss. It's 3-1. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Thiessen really desperate to get his first out here in this inning. Misses. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Braden free plate for Geneva Redwings. Thiessen not missing by much, but he is missing. Really what's happened here is more the result of kind of a rough air and Red Wings really being selective at the plate. Freeman's bat was way behind on Quest. We'll see how he does here. Strike one. Nice pitch to start him up. Freeman again from Terry, Mississippi. For new 458, 532, and 62 AB. So 1-1. The home fans a little bit nervous about where this game is headed. I'm a little nervous about where this game is headed right now. A little curveball handled by Del Vecchio. Tsukamoto to first. Double play. They get the call there, but 1 run scores, chopping that lead down to 2. Madrid goes to third base. And here comes Jack Turner, who was hit by a pitch last time. I mean, it's really interesting after that first at bat where Freeman was so far behind the fastball. They gave him kind of a curveball and an opportunity to get the bat on the ball. But it was a double play, so. Madrid standing on third. There's a curveball. Good one to Turner to start things off, and he swings out. To look a little more comfortable. He's never really been that far off the plate here. Ground ball. Nice snag by Butler. Toss to Thiessen. There you go. Well played. 1 run does score. It makes it 6-4. Ironbacks going to the bottom of the 4th. from Leach to start things off. That ball's hit into center field, but shouldn't be much of a problem out there for Dylan Briggs. It is not. That's one out. Hit that pretty good, but right at Dylan Briggs in center. Geneva Redwings, of course, play out of McDonough Park, which has been kicking around for quite some time. Pete Rose played there. Tony Perez played there, both in 1960. Kent Colvey, Mike Hargrove, Bill Madlock. Those are some names. Jamie Moyer, who played for, I believe, 700 years in major leagues. So yeah, it's a little hidden gem there in Geneva. If we get an opportunity to go by the park. Ball 2 to Andrew Bishop. Bishop reached base on an error. Tough play there at short by Burcroft. And he's been hit by a pitch. Three and 0. Let's see, it's interesting because I clearly don't think they had the green light against Benton anytime it was 3-0, but I think with Leach, like, probably the best pitch you're going to get from him is right here, and he's usually around the zone, so maybe you give the green light to Bishop here? They did. Fouls it straight back. Foul ball horn. Inactive for some time, perhaps lying in a hammock, just relaxing. Took us to get engaged. 3-1 is the count. That's strike right on the inside corner. That's a good 3-1 pitch from a pitcher. Bishop now counts full. He's got to run second. That ball's fouled down the left field line. The light pole. Count stays full. Tough nut to crack here for everyone not named Carter Shin and Kakeru Tsukamoto. Looking for their first against him. Ooh. Now, runners on first and second. Marcus Butts with a 3-run homer and a K on his resume for today. I gotta say it's somewhere half early every time. It's right through the hole. Single. Let's see if they go home. Here comes Carter Shin. Turner's throw is off the mark. RBI. Marcus Butts is having a day. Bishop had to hold up at second. Turner's throw was not a competitive throw. It's 7-4 for the Ironbacks. And it brings Brock Granger to the plate. Granger out of Cobancock, Ontario. He attends Panola College. Temptations, his walk-up song. He's going old school. Ooh, chases that one outside. There's a goalie. Big Marc-Andre Fleury fan. Granger always cool and calm and collected out there on the field. See if he can bring home a run or two here. That's a ball outside. He tried a little curveball on him. Did Leach. Just missing. Just missing outside. Leach with the tilt of the head this time. I think the umpire's actually been pretty solid this game. These guys aren't missing by a lot. And how just high again. Showing his first kind of signs of frustration himself, just missing. 3-1. Runners on first and second. Bishop on second. Butts on first. Oh, Granger not happy with that goal. Not happy at all. So that's a full count. He had a fair gripe there, but it's the count's full nonetheless. See what he gets from Leach here. That's low. That loads up the base for Grayson Briggs, who struck out and walked. Grayson Briggs DH again. One out, the base is drunk for Briggs. Big chance. He hits one to center. That should be a good chance to score Bishop, who can run. There we go. Bishop can just jog home. That's a sac fly from one Grayson Briggs.
Now back to your left field there. Number 27.
Briggs hits a fly ball to Briggs, who just threw it into the cutoff man. Chase Hubble up now. He's walked, scored a run, flew out to left field. Just inside. That ball's hit down to short. Oh, goodness. Ball pops over the shortstop. That was something. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. And that ball hit the shortstop and then like a jack in the box, popped directly straight up in the air and then behind him. That's a big run as Butts comes home. We got runners on first and second now. 2 out. Delvecchio missed that one. Delvecchio's walked and he flew out to center. Didn't make Briggs move too much. The fly balls to Briggs seems like he's perfectly positioned for each and every one of them. Hasn't had to move much. Nice pitch from Leach. Finding the zone again. It's 0-2. Three runs thus far this inning for the Ironbacks. That is low and in the dirt. Leach looking for him to chase one. Big runs, given Geneva had really seemed to steal the momentum from them the last couple innings. Leach and catcher Barron have a little chat there. 1-2. Delvecchio looking for his first hit as an Ironback. Runner's going to be off as soon as the ball struck. That ball's hit high in the air to right field. Should be a piece of cake for Freeman out there, and it is. But the Ironbacks score 3. It is 9-4 through 4 innings here at George Taylor Field.
Cheers to Ollie's Ale House for sponsoring this inning. American's coolest hangout with a fresh vibe, fast, friendly service, and the perfect spot to kick back and enjoy the game. Check them out. Hey fans, just a reminder to purchase your 50-50 tickets. Sales will conclude at the end of the 6th inning. The winning ticket will be drawn at the end of the 7th inning. Good luck.
Welcome back to George Taylor Field. It is 9-4 Ironbacks here in the top of the fifth. Jack Thiessen from Leamington, Ontario takes the mound for his second inning of work. Casey Burkhoff, who doubled, RBI double, scored a run, steps up to the plate. Thiessen's first inning of work was ripe with some contention between himself and the umpire. A little slight disagreements about where the strike zone was located exactly. That ball's hit up the middle. Going to be trouble for Tsukamoto. Gets it, but he might as well hang on to it, and he does. That's a single. Burkhoff with the second hit of the day brings catcher Zane Barron to the plate.
Now batting catcher number 4, Zane Barron.
Barron has had a lot of heavy lifting to do behind the plate today through 4 innings, with the team giving up 9 runs. He had a long night, too, for the team last night as they gave up 21 runs to the Niagara Falls Americans. In a game that looked like no fun for anybody who wasn't on the Niagara Falls Americans. Nice little curveball to start him off. Strike 1. Burkhoff bouncing around off of first base. Modest E lead. Just missing a little bit low on the softly delivered curveball. Almost felt like he wanted to be more quiet when you see a curveball come in like that, as to not disturb the pitch. 1-1 is the count. Just missed. You can see him amp up a little bit for that fastball, and it's like just overthrows it a tiny bit. Makes it 2-1. A little bit more aggressive E lead for Burkhoff. Oh, that's a good pitch on the outside corner. It's 2-2. I feel like a fastball in the zone might do the trick here, but what do I know? So we'll see what Thiessen does here. There's a curveball. It's hit into left field. He's twisted around out there. Oh my goodness, that went a long ways. That's a double ripped by Zane Barron. It looked like he had timed that curveball. I probably went to that well one too many times. Yeah, and you do not want runners on base for Zach. So far, hasn't looked like quite his usual self at the plate, but it's hard to for me to forget that doubleheader where he owned the joint for 2 straight games. Let's see, he's facing a new pitcher here in Thiessen. Let's see how he does. Just missing there for Thiessen. Threw that fastball maybe 1 pitch too late. Oh, that one well inside on Banks. It's 2-0. Thiessen started off last inning with a world of struggle, and it appears to be doing the same. That ball is high. Granger, I think, thought that got through him. Went to chase it, but found that the ball was in his glove. Kind of like me trying to find my cell phone and then realizing it's in my pocket. Park is eerily quiet, perhaps anticipating some doom here, perhaps. I don't know. Outside. That's a walk to Banks. The bases are loaded. Nobody's out. Here comes Richard Griffin. It's story time with Richard Griffin. About to happen on the mound. Perhaps expect some hands on shoulders, some pointing, directions. Actually, this looks like it's more serious. Oh, there's some gesticulating. Almost looks like Richard Griffin is rapping out there, but I think that's unlikely. Although I'd like to be there for it if it did happen. Umpires coming out to say that's just about enough of this conversation. Griffin is imparting a lot of knowledge on these infielders in a very short period of time. We'll see how everybody reacts to that. Michael Sardou is stepping to the plate. He has walked, he has singled, he's knocked in a couple runs, and he's got another opportunity to make some hay here for the Red Wings, who will not go quietly in this game. Just on the outside corner, nice way to start him off. Sardou batting .323 coming into today. 5 doubles, 31 at bat, so he's got a little pop. Bishop playing on the lip of the grass there at first base. Everybody else is playing back. Ball's hit back to the pitcher. A throw to short. Delvecchio with a great turn. 1-6, 6-3 double play. Run comes home. Barron up to third. We've got 2 out. This is almost exact copy. Except we had some hits instead of walks, but Dylan Briggs, center fielder, he struck out twice today, comes up to the plate. Scores 9-5 as the Red Wings take a little slice off of the Ironbacks lead here in the top of the 5th. There you go. It's a pretty good fastball there from Thiessen. I feel like Rangers not having any fun back there today. It's hot. Again, catcher, I don't know why anybody plays that position. That's a little ground ball to Tsukamoto. The umpire, really curious. That's a single that scores a run. The umpire kind of jogged in past the ball and then moved out of the way. I don't know. It also was a bad hop at the end, as the regular occasion. So that's a thanks to a confluence of unlikely events. Second run comes in. Thiessen's so close to getting out of the inning. And now we've got Aiken Santana at the plate. He's ground to third. He's walked. He's scored a run. 4 stolen bases thus far this season. Just missing out. These have felt like some real long innings here for Jack Thiessen. That one's fouled back and sounded like it caught a little of Brock Granger's knee. Or 9-6, I believe. Scoreboard tells a different story, but I think it's wrong. Oh, nice curveball. Good play there. Now, see what he does here. He's kind of, usually after a good curveball, he comes back with a good curveball, but maybe a time to come up. Maybe in tight. There goes a runner. Curveball inside. Not much of anything for Brock Granger to work with there, so that's a stolen base. The score once again gets tight. And it looks like this day here on a hot, scorching July day is really going to take its time. Ground ball down to third, throws to first, Bishop stretches. They get the out, but 2 runs come in. It is 9-6 through 4.5 here at George Taylor Field. Man, it's going to be a long, long baseball game.
The Lancer is the answer. Let's keep that energy going now.
Right. Yeah, after the first 2 innings, it looked like it was going to be a laugher. Preston Leach. Welcome back to George Taylor Field. It's the bottom of the 5th here on a balmy July day. And Kakeru Tsukamoto, who's just been running wild, has got more and more elaborate art going on there before he enters the batting box. He's got a single and a double. Who is anybody to question? He's scored a run. Look good in the fields. Squares around again. Takes a ball, I believe. Dog. That's outside. Ball 2. Both corner infielders playing in on the grass. Haven't seen Kakeru Tsukamoto's act before. He launched one down the right field line last time, so show that he's got more than one trick up his sleeve. That's a strike. Looks back at the umpire. Nods his head. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. It's 2-1. There's a little grounder back to the pitcher. Throw to first. There's one out. For the first time today, they've gotten Kakeru Tsukamoto out. And I guess it's back to the top of the order for Matt Evans.
Now batting center fielder, number 51.
He's flying out to left.
Evans.
Walked, driving in a run, and grounded out to second. Evans still looking to get that first real good knock in. Little curveball right on the outside corner from Leach to start things off. Leach has been pretty good. I mean, this is pitch 2 2/3 coming in here, so 3 now. Oof, that was well inside. Giving up 3 runs, but he certainly put out the fire that Elijah Benton had set. Could be way worse shape if it weren't for Leach right now. Well outside with the fastball. That's the first real wild pitch we've seen from Leach thus far. There's a rip right at the third baseman. Better at bat for Evans there, but right at Aiken Santana. So that's 2 out.
Third baseman, number 5, Carter Shin.
Brings Carter Shin to the plate. He's 2 for 3. 2 doubles, 2 runs driven in, 1 run scored. Right down the left field line last time. There's a big gap in left center there. See Briggs trying to move over in center. Strike 1. Nope. Just missed there on the first pitch. Curveball that he really didn't get quite over the top of. It counts 2-0. That ball is hit fouled on the left field line. 2-1 is the count. This would be the first 3 up, 3 down inning for Geneva if they manage it, but tall task when Carter Shin is at the plate. Fouls that up in the zone. It's 2-2. Oh, sped up the delivery there a little bit. It seemed to really throw off the location. So the count's full. Good battle here between Carter Shin and Preston Leach. Shin leading the Ironbacks in batting average. Fouls that one off at .345 coming in today. Batting average has only gotten better. It's now at 9 doubles. And he takes a walk. It's a good job battling up there by Carter Shin. And the Red Wings are denied their first clean inning, and that leads Leach to ruefully toss down the rosin bag. Clearly frustrated with letting Shin get off the hook there. Alex Keane has been hit by a pitch, scored a run, struck out, and then hit one right to Dylan Briggs in the center. Fouls that one. Out of play. Off the netting down the left field line. Takes off the batting helmet. Wipes away some sweat. Because it's pretty dang hot. 0-1 on Keene. There goes Shin. Ball's outside. Perfect ball to throw on. Goes into center field. Shin takes off for third. He's in there. And just like that, stolen base. Error on the catcher has Shin standing on third base. Count 1-1 on Alex Keene. Leach trying to keep Shin right where he is at third base. Guys, good pitch right on the corner. You know, depending on which team you're on, you might have different thought about where that pitch was located. Good pitch nonetheless. 1-2 on Keene. Way past the catcher, but it's the backstop here in Merritt ain't located that far away from the catcher, so hard one to score on a pass ball, even one as epic as that one. 2-2. Singles score 'em. That ball is going to find some green grass here at George Taylor Field. Shin comes in to score another run for the Ironbacks on this a day where many a run has crossed home plate. 16 runs, in fact, through 5. Andrew Bishop comes to the plate now with Alex Keene on first. Been much more of a Steeler than you might suspect. When I tell you that he's a first baseman / right fielder, you don't think stolen bases, but he's been more than willing to take off. He's stolen 4 in 6 attempts. Each does with them. Leach a little bit off from seems like Zen Foundation. Quite clear the mechanism. 2-0 is a count. That's another rip into the grass. Keene will hold up at second. Back-to-back line drive singles. Runners at first and second. For Mark. Home run. Hey, 4 RBIs. And that's going to lead to at the mound as the manager takes a slow walk. Now, I've mentioned a few times about Keene and Bishop appearing to have gotten together in some secret tree face-stealing sons of a guns. We'll see if they conspire here to try something. There's a point of conversation with Richard Griffin recently about the aggressiveness stealing third base that the Ironbacks have shown. See if that's something that's a possibility here. With Marcus at the plate, he's looking today. It seemed like you just want to stay put and let him get his cuts in. Long conversation with Leach breaks up. Batavia manager taking a nice slow walk back to. Those are some short steps. Steps on the line so he doesn't suffer from that superstition. I see him step on the third base line, but I don't even know where I get it from. I probably stole it from a Major League Baseball player. It's not even really legitimate. So, right. That's a pretty darn good first pitch. Strike 1 taken by Butts. Bishop sliding back into first base. Was no throw. Fielder way back. Oh, crossed up Butts with that one. He's way ahead of that curveball. Quickly ahead in the account. 0-2. The account before, though. That is a hit by pitch. It made a weird sound. The umpires are going to have a conversation about where exactly it sounded kind of like the. We'll see what the result. The catcher's Zane Barron appeared to look back to the umpire to suggest that it hit his bat, which again, that's sort of what it sounded like, but I didn't see it. Temptations plays. Is Brock. They are at a foul ball, but the ball was kind of in play. I don't know what they're doing. The umpire, the manager here from questions, some pointed questions. Zane Barron, who seemed unhappy all day, and if I was him on a hot day playing catcher with what's gone on today, I'd be unhappy too. Seems even less unhappy, even more unhappy than he was just previously. So Butts, he has some words for the umpire. No, it's not an easy gig. It's not an easy gig. He's getting it from Butts. He's getting it from the manager of Geneva. And here's Richard Griffin, Marcus Butts. Questions abound at home plate. This is, and the man of Geneva, who has the world's shortest striding his way back to the dugout. No, there's a pause towards home plate. Now him and Richard Griffin in unison go back to their positions. It's 0-2 on Marcus Butts. I guess that hit. We'll move on. It's 0-2 whichever event. Ayers ripped it to left field. That's going to fall in front of the left fielder. Here comes Keene, who can really fly. RBI single for Butts on an 0-2 pitch. How do you like that from Alex? That's another run for the Ironbacks after a lot of contentious conversations at home plate. That brings Brock Granger finally to the plate. He's walked twice. He's struck out. He's keeping it real there behind home plate. Keeping those pants dirty. Nobody ever asks, oh, that is a cracked bat. Nobody has ever asked, is Brock Granger working hard today? Because his pants tell the tale. If this was the Peanuts gang, he is definitely Pigpen.
Again, anybody under 30 doesn't understand what Peanuts is. Lost on the young whippersnappers.
Nobody under 30 watches baseball, John. That's, so there you go. Duncan, who's in control of the foul ball siren, has never watched Charlie Brown. What a tragedy that is. 0-1 is a count on Brock Granger. Takes that high. Brock Granger always up for a good fight at the plate. Big opportunity to pull away in a game that rips one. That one had some sizzle. But wide of the field, no doubt. So it's 1-2 on Brock Granger. 1-2. Leach trying to get out of another long inning. Curveball that he just didn't quite snap off. He bounces up and down like he wanted a strike call, but I mean, it just wasn't. It just wasn't. So 2-2 is the count. Granger looking to find some more green. There goes the runners. That is hammered. It's going to be one out of the park. That's Granger has had some pyrotechnics down foul territory. He looks even a little bit tired now from all these long fly balls, but he's still in this at bat. It's 2-2. He seems to have measured up Leach. Let's see what Leach comes back with here. That curveball, though, that's a walk. Leach is Preston. That just wasn't a strike. They're really fighting out here. Looks like it's almost done. Felt like I saw some there, but we'll see. Leach talking into his glove, gesturing. Do have enormous numbers on the back of their jerseys. Those are the biggest jersey numbers I think I've ever seen them. Yeah. So, once again, we have Grayson Briggs. That's his third walk for Brock Granger today. I think we're going to a new pitcher. Yeah, Leach will be right back, and we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. Thanks, Zach. We know who this guy is.
Michael, the fourth.
Is that the fourth? 1B is 4?
Michael Boykus, the fourth. IB is 4. Yeah.
That's what I just talked about earlier. Is like multiple.
IB is 4. Yeah. IX is I know. I'm clear. We're trying to. I know. Now pitching for Geneva Redwings, number 20, Michael Boykus, the fourth. The fourth.
You have to say it. You have to say it, but it's
Boykus.
Michael Boykus the fourth. Like I expect us to be like some private club and we're playing cribbage or something. You know, like how is this a real thing in a baseball game? Michael Boykus from North Brookfield, Massachusetts.
Michael Boykus.
Killed the scoreboard, totally elbowed the bumping a bit, so you just want to mention the score and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that. I've never seen a fist pump in a warm-up. We're good to go back? Hey, we're back at George Taylor Field. We've got Michael Boykus the fourth on the mound. I finally figured out what 1V means. I still expect us to be like a private club playing cribbage and being introduced, all wearing turtlenecks, smoking cigars. But here we are. Bases loaded. Grayson Briggs at the plate. That is a pretty darn good first offering. Strike one. Actually saw a fist pump from Boykus in the warm-up, so he's jacked for this this outing. That's a strike two. He's coming right after Briggs. Briggs' bat so far firmly set on his shoulder. 0-2. Let's see if he can turn this plate appearance around. That's high. I think he tried to wrinkle there and it just didn't wrinkle. So it's 1-2 is the count. Boykus working fast, challenging the hitters. Oh, goodness. That gets away. Here comes Bishop. Speedy Bishop and Keene. I'll tell you, that tree fort meeting was an excellent idea. So that's definitely a wild pitch from Boykus. In other words, we had to take down that ball is high. Our PA announcer prematurely suggesting there was another batter coming to the plate. It is the same hitter. Strike 3 out of the inning, but more runs score. It is 12-6 Ironbacks through 5.
This inning is sponsored by Carry Appliances.
Just misses low. I mean, we came into this game, and I think I mentioned that Geneva's team ERA was 9.26, Niagara's 7.53. So perhaps this is not a surprising juncture we're at here with the score 12-6 through 5. It's hit high in the air to right field. Keene was playing in, goes back, and he pulls that in. Alex Keene is just a thoroughbred here today, chasing down fly balls, aggressively scoring on singles from second base today.
Number 7, Braden Freeman.
Tell you, man, I remember the conversation I had with Alex Keene before the season. He talked about being a natural first baseman, was kind of getting used to playing right field. He's been excellent out in right field. He has a really strong arm, pretty mobile. He's even played some center field. Brendan Freeman struck out. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to second. Freeman seems way behind the fastballs today. And he's under that one. Bishop's coming in, calling it. He's got it. 3 up, 3 down for Jack Thiessen. So a 3 up, 3 down inning here is something. So through 5.5, it is 12-6 Ironbacks. Hey, welcome back to George Taylor Field. As you can see, the field is empty. There's going to have to be an umpire change, so we have some time here to kill. Good thing for you and me, or maybe it's a bad thing. It's hard to say. Let's have some leftover information from the last time they were here that I didn't use. Important things like I actually went and looked at the top-rated restaurant in Geneva, which is Edgar's Restaurant, which is in a castle, apparently. I just went to see. So for those of you who've never been to Geneva, I'm always thinking, like, what would it be like if I went to the Finger Lakes, stopped by Geneva, New York, went by the best-rated restaurant from TripAdvisor? Well, your first course would be, you can actually start it off with kind of a price fix menu. You can get this kind of like combo deals. They don't call it a combo deal because when you're a nice restaurant, you don't say combo deal. But you start off with a cup of soup du jour, which is great. I mean, once French is involved in a dish, you know it has to be good. Your second course is berry spinach salad, which is fresh diced strawberry, spinach, red onion, gorgonzola cheese, candied pecans, drizzled with raspberry vinaigrette. So you had me at candied pecans, really. The recommended wine pairing, Kerry Blush, which is a bit of a disappointment because I really don't want blush wine with anything, period. But you could also have a Caesar salad. I'm not going to explain to you what a Caesar salad is. You probably know. The main course, basil pesto pasta. So grilled blackened chicken, roasted cherry tomatoes and pearl onion, tossed with cavatappi pasta and creamy pesto sauce, topped with parmesan and crispy prosciutto. Recommended wine pairing, golden pheasant. You also have haddock Oscar. And I gotta say, I was a little surprised with it because haddock, I mean, I didn't think that. I thought that was just kind of something used for fish and chips, but maybe I'm confusing pollock. Could be. Anyway, it's broiled haddock topped with crab cake and lobster cream sauce, served with Asiago risotto and sautéed asparagus. Recommended wine pairing, semi-dry Riesling. The steak choice, you don't have to get those. You can actually get a flank steak, which again, flank steak, I'm used to coming in a tinfoil package with a side of mashed potatoes and apple pie, like a Hungry Man dinner. Isn't that a flank steak? Maybe I'm unfairly hating on flank steak. Maybe I'm just not the most worldly person in the world. That's possible. I worked at a gas station for some time. Grilled flank steak topped with house-made chimichurri, served with roasted garlic mash and sautéed asparagus. Recommended wine pairing, Lemberger. Choice of from your famous dessert tray. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I have some pretty good dishes there. So if you ever have a chance, the seafood chowder looks good. We got escargot. I like some good escargot. It's kind of a lost menu item. Honey orange salmon is something you can get there. Parmesan crusted chicken. Lobster tail. Oh, it's a favorite. Brown sugar bourbon pot roast. Slow roasted brown sugar bourbon pot roast over creamy garlic mashed potatoes. Serve with tri-colored heritage carrots, pearl onions, and sauteed green beans. Just $39.95. So once again, I think I've introduced you enough to one of the finest, if not, according to TripAdvisor, the absolute finest restaurant in Geneva. Edgar's Restaurant in a castle. I mean, even if you don't like it that much, at least you're in a castle having a meal, right? But we will be back shortly. We expect this umpire change not to be very long. I promise we'll be back with more pertinent baseball-related information. Thank you for hanging in there.
We have some bad news. The umpire's coming from
George Taylor Field. We just had some visitors here in the dugout. It's nice to see some of our friends. It's funny, we were talking about it earlier. From Bismarck, North Dakota, we had Eli Thompson's dad and Marcus Butt's dad, as they've been enjoying a few days here in the Niagara region. So it's great to meet them. And everything appears to be righted in terms of the umpires. I believe they've switched it up, so the umpire who'd been in charge of the bases is now behind the plate, vice versa. That's got to be tough for Michael Boykus IV. He had quite a delay there. This is a tough day to be wearing the umpire's chest protector, the long, like I wouldn't want to be wearing long pants today. And the press box happens to be the coolest place in this park. So I can't imagine what it's like to be out there in the beating sun all game and a really long game. We're going into the bottom of the sixth. The score is 12-6 for the Ironbacks, in a game which seems like there's going to be a lot more runs scored. Boykus obviously with some different designs. He came in and struck out Grayson Briggs last inning. This inning he's got Chase Hubble, Kevin Del Vecchio still searching for his first hit with the Ironbacks. And then Kakeru Tsukamoto will be batting third. A really high leg kick here on Boykus. Nice little curveball. Stylish. The high leg kick. That's some top shelf style. And again, I apologize if you've experienced any technical difficulties. We've been having some struggles. I believe it's probably the internet, just, you know. It's the world we live in. But when you hear Johnny Cash, that means Chase Hubble's coming to the plate. Hubble's walked, flown out to left, reached base on air to short. Oh, high grounded. Richard Griffin, there's another error by the third base coach. E5C. Mel told me he's made some great plays down there, but I have not seen them as of yet. Like, I cannot tell a lie. 0-1 on Hubble. It's high and tight. 1-1. Hubble looking for his first hit today. I mean, they've scored 12 runs, but it's just 9 hits for the Ironbacks thus far. A lot of walks, some hit by pitch. 2-1 now on Hubble. Man, left fielder playing real deep on Hubble. Fouls that off. Fastball up high in the zone. Strike three. Boykus dials it up, gets his second K against the second batter. There's Kevin Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio today 0 for 2. He's got a walk, he's got a run scored, he's flown out to center, flown out to right. Whoa. Backstop's been getting a workout from Geneva pitchers today. Definitely going to leave a mark on George Taylor Field. 1-0 the count. Man, I'm trying to think of the pitcher who had that high leg kick like he does. It's like Nomo, Hideo Nomo maybe? He's reminded me of somebody though. 2-0 is the count here. There's a strike. Boykus definitely got the swagger out there. Feeling pretty good about himself. He's got 2 strikeouts, and why not? There you go, strike 2. Snap, crackle, pop, fastball in the outside corner. Number 20. Again, the biggest numbers I've ever seen on jerseys in my life. It's like something off The Simpsons. We want those numbers bigger. Strike 3. Nothing but strikeouts for Michael Boykus IV. He's at 3 right now.
Now batting,
And here comes Kakeru Tsukamoto.
number 1, Kakeru Tsukamoto.
He's singled, he's doubled, he's grounded back to the pitcher. Aiken Santana recognizing who's at the plate. Thinking about maybe he should have some grass under those spikes. Now, he has a North Star. Sardu definitely has, as he's come in first base grass. Ooh, just misses a little bit low. Oh, blew that one past Tsukamoto. It's 1-1. Outfield playing a little shallower for Kakeru Tsukamoto. Goes back, adjusts his helmet, steps back in. Oh, that one fouls way back and towards train tracks. That's costing Melbourne Man a couple more dollars. Good day to be out on the train tracks looking for baseballs. I changed it up there a little bit, but missed well high and outside. It's 2-2 on Tsukamoto, trying to keep this inning going. This could be the first 3 up, 3 down inning for the Red Wings. Oh, that was mighty close to Kakeru Tsukamoto. Well inside. Overthrew that one. Full count. Merritt Oregon is trying to get things going. That ball is hit high near left field. Turner turning around. Oh my goodness. Kakeru Tsukamoto into second, thinking about 3, but he holds up. That ball just kept going. That shocked me. And if you look out at the flags in center field, you can see there's clearly a breeze, but man, Tsukamoto with his second double of the day, and the Red Wings, again, so close to being their first 3 up, 3 down inning are denied. And if there's anybody who's due on this team, it's Matt Evans. He's 0 for 3 today with a walk, and I'm telling you, there's good things there. He just hasn't found it yet. Oh, goodness. I feel like Boykus is kind of just got himself a wee bit off kilter here, overthrowing. 1-0. I'm still shocked by how far that ball went, but I'll tell you who's more shocked than me was Jack Turner. He got turned all around on that. Evans fouls that off into good old Meriden High School that's seen a few too many hard balls go through those windows over the last years. 1-1 is the count on Evans. The ball's way high, gets away from the catcher. It takes Tsukamoto a second to realize it. Barron not real interested in retrieving that ball. He just very casual. So that they get Tsukamoto to third, and I mean there's 2 out, so I kind of get it. Tsukamoto took him a second to really recognize that the ball had gone to the backstop. 2-1 the count on Evans. Oh, rips that one, slicing foul down the line off the fence there. 2-2 is the count. Evans adjusts the gloves, steps back in. Slightly open stance. That ball's ripped into right, but right at the right fielder. Again, Evans just snake bit so far. No run score through 6. It is 12-6 Ironbacks. Hey, welcome back to George Taylor Field here in the heart of the place where dreams come true, Merritt, Ontario. The Ironbacks are up 12 to 6.
Now back, left fielder, number 14, Jack Turner.
Jack Turner leading things off. Jack Turner got twisted around that Kakeru Tsukamoto double earlier. That ball just kept drifting and drifting. I mean, that was close to going out of the park, which I would never have suspected a possibility with Kakeru Tsukamoto. So, yeah. But this has been one long baseball game. We're 2 hours and 40 minutes in. We've had the umpires have to change places due to the heat. We've had long conversations in here about how great it would be on a hammock in a breeze asleep as opposed to awake, and in the heat that ball's hit easy to Alex Keane for 1 out. Turner now 0 for 2 and been hit by a pitch, so no fun at the plate for Jack Turner today. Casey Burcroft done nothing but rake today, though. In case you're not sure what number he is, it's a giant 32. He's doubled, he's singled, he scored 2 runs, he's knocked in 1. Been dialed in at the plate. He has owned Ironbacks pitching thus far. We got Eli Thompson on the mound, by the way. I don't think I introduced Eli. Eli, of course, here from Bismarck, North Dakota. One of our favorites. And he looks like his usual self when he's on, just coming in and going after it. That ball is hit in the air to left field. That could be a lot of trouble. Nice catch. Chase Hubble. There's no such thing as trouble when you've got Chase Hubble in left field. That's 2 out. Nice catch by Chase Hubble.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Zane Barron.
Zane Barron, who's grounded short, doubled. And generally seemed unhappy with life behind the plate for Geneva. It's been a long, long game with balls traveling all over the backstop. So I feel for him. I don't say that as a criticism. I say that as sympathy or empathy. I can't remember which one is which now. Sympathy versus empathy. You can have both and pick which one actually applies. 1-0 is the count. Curveball just missing outside. Thompson actually, his father was up here and mentioned that Eli actually played catcher, outfield, and pitcher for a while and decided to just recently to focus on pitching. It's behind your 3-0 to Barron. I mean, you can kind of see that. You can also see like possibilities of how good he could be. And certainly wants it out there, no doubt. And not afraid to come right after the hitters, which I think makes him a favorite up here just because these innings can be really long with all the walks. Misses it outside, though, speaking of, so that's a walk. To Barron, runner on first. Zach Banks comes to the plate. Banks has walked twice, flown out to center. I don't know if it's just me or it just feels like he hasn't been dialed in so far like he was last time. It would be hard to be in the place he was when he was last year for a doubleheader. I don't even know if he got out in 2 games. Clearly a dangerous hitter, though, hitting 371 coming into today. Nice pitch, starting him off with a little wrinkle. Banks takes a quick step back. 0-1 is the count. Points out to right field. Dramatically. Barron with a modest lead off of first base. Shadows start to stretch here in Merritt. 1 in the dirt. 1-1 is the count. Banks by far the cream of the crop here as far as hitters in this Geneva lineup. That one in on the hands. 1-2 is the count. But Ironbacks pitchers have found it, even the 2-strike count, to be a hard one to finish off Banks with. There you go. That's strike 3. Nice job by Eli Thompson. Through 6.5. It's still 12-6 Ironbacks. We're back to George Taylor Field. It is 12-6 Ironbacks. Bottom of the 7th. Carter Shin stepping in. Carter Shin 2 for 3 today. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base for good measure. It's definitely been the straw that stirs the drink today. Marcus Butts being the... I'm lost where to go from the metaphor. Strike 1 from Michael Boykus, who's struck out 3 in 1 1/3 here, as a lone blemish being a Kakeru Tsukamoto slicing double near the left field fence there. It shocked everyone. 1-1 is the count here on Carter Shin, who just so dialed in these last couple weeks. Again, player of the week last week in the Perfect Game Collegiate League. Ooh. That pitch. Carter Shin looked like he got hit, but Carter Shin, not the sort of guy really in a big hurry to be hit by a pitch. He'd rather hit the pitch himself. So I think he's perfectly content to stay in the batter's box and swing away. 2-1 is the count. I think it probably just grazed him. Pitches outside, counts 3-1. Boykus sometimes is just a little overly animated at times, and seems to... Ooh, inside. Walk Shin to start things off. Shin with the second walk of the day. 4th time on base? No? Okay. I guess I was premature in that call. It's full count. Ball's hit right up the middle. Single. Like I said, Carter Sheen's more of a fan of hitting than being walked or being hit. Third hit of the day. Guy's just been money at the plate. Alex Keene stats up. He's single his last at bat. He and Bishop really cornerstones of that rally in the fifth. And Keene has just been running around like a gazelle out there. I think surprising a lot of people, myself included, with his speed. Let's see what. Now, we talked earlier about Boykes' high leg kick. We'll see what becomes of that with Shin, who stole last time. I don't really think of Shin as like a burner, but he could definitely steal a base. That's still a high kick, boy. And Keene just drills one into the gap and left. That'll get Shin to third. What a nice piece of hitting by Alex Keene. Just went the other way with that. Right into the gap. I think that might have found its way into the outfield regardless, but with Shin running, I took the shortstop right out of the hole. Nice job by Alex Keene. Runners on first to third. Andrew Bishop comes to the plate. He has reached base on an error, been hit by a pitch, walked, and singled. He's had a lot happen today. Fouls that off. And there's that swing. On that pitch, it's on the inner half of the plate. It's almost like he's trying to go opposite way on it, which I know he's not, but it feels like he's kind of crossed up. 0-1 the count. That ball's driven into left. Turner's chasing after it well over his head. Keene is coming into third. Bishops pulls up at second. Keene, like I said, like a gazelle. In a heartbeat is home. 2-run double from Andrew Bishop as the Ironbacks offense just keeps knocking the ball all over the field. This beat goes on here at George Taylor Field. It is now 14-6 Ironbacks. Man, I'll tell you, the Red Wings gave up 21 runs last night. They're now at 14 today. That's self-esteem and the pitching staff are going to be two very separate entities for a few days to come. Tough to shake off this one. And here comes Marcus Butts, just when you think things couldn't get any worse. He's homered, singled twice, takes strike one. He's got 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He's got Bishop sitting on second. They're really holding Bishop on. Oh, decent little curveball that Butts is a little overeager on. 0-2 is the count. Butts has been here before and did some damage, though, so this is not unfamiliar territory for Marcus Butts today. Fights that one off. 0-2 stays the count. He's a little behind on that fastball. That's such a high leg kick. I gotta think people are stealing on him all day. Like, he might be kicking over top of his head with that leg kick. That's something. Butts hits one high in the center field. Briggs settles under it neatly. That's the first out of the inning for Boykes. Bishop stays firmly rooted on second base. Brock Granger comes to the plate. He's walked 3 times and struck out. He seems really eager to lay some hurt on the ball and has. Just foul territory in right field. Still got a couple bruises from him, but nothing on the field of play. Really paying attention to Bishop out there. That ball's hit hard to left. Turner, who's had some struggles out there, continues to struggle. He's struggling even picking up the ball, but Granger's going to hold up at second. I'm going to have to defer to the official score on what that's going to be. Double? That's a double. Jack Turner is having a day. And I think anybody who's ever played baseball has had that day. I remember being in a tournament and saying to my coach, because I was playing third base, just please take me out of this game. Because I couldn't make a play, save my life. And Jack Turner's there right now in the outfield. 3 runs are home. It's the ball outside from Boykus. That ball is hit on the ground at second base. Briggs will be out. Granger moves up to third. Chase Hubble steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Swak scored a run. Flied out to 7. Says a left field. It's been a long game, guys. It's been a long game. Flied out to left field. Error by the shortstop, and he's struck out. Made a couple nice plays out in the field, but steady Chase Hubble. Ball's up high. Long inning here for Boykus. And a couple of those doubles, you know, you feel for him on. Ooh, that's inside. And it's a 15-6 right now. Here in the bottom of the 7th. This is the Ironbacks offense. This is they're making hay today. That ball gets away. Granger, not the running base pass adventure type. Wouldn't read that on his resume. 3-0 the count here to Hubble. Del Vecchio on deck. It's just on the inside corner. Boykus fighting back. That's high. Ball 4. My goodness. My goodness. So that brings up Kevin Del Vecchio. Again, still seeking his first hit. It's only his second game with the Ironbacks. He is flown out to center, flown out to right. He's struck out, he's walked, he's scored a run. Runners up first to third. Hubble, known to be aggressive on the base pass. There he goes right away. Del Vecchio with a slow grounder. Pulled up by the third baseman. Play misses him. That's a single. Missed him with the tag. Santana's throw was offline.
Now over to Amara for the 50-50.
Oh, and that's actually the baseball game. That's a mercy. I never thought this would happen. Here it is, Zach. What do we do now? We just wrap it up. All right. We'll see you guys Monday. Great game for the Ironbacks. Take care.